Hi, welcome. I'm Susan Blaine, and I'm here with one of my favorite new people, Parul Shah. A little bit of background on Parul. She is a psychotherapist. She's the founder of Embracing Empowerment Counseling Services, and you can check her out on embracingempowerment.com. Hi, welcome to Sharing with Susan B, telling stories from the heart. We're looking to inspire, telling stories of struggle, vulnerability, and lessons learned. You got your undergrad in sociology, majored in social work, got a grad degree in psychology, and you volunteered for the CAS, which is Children's Aid Society, when you were in school, and then you did 13 years after you graduated as a frontline social worker.
Yes,
wow, I bet you could tell stories there, right?
Oh, I could.
Now you have your own practice.
Yes, I do.
Some of the volunteering that you do I find really interesting too, that you're working with first responders and family-based peer groups, the Proud to Be Me program, and you're a real advocate for change in our healthcare system for mental health, which is why you like to work with the frontline responders. So tell us about why you're so passionate about this work, Pearl.
Well, mental health has been a really big thing in my life, and I think throughout my CAS career, I've seen a lot of mental health in families and children. I mean, there are good moments in CAS where we can reunite families, and there have been some, horrifying situations where we're removing a child from the home due to the best interest of the child. So you do see mental health associated with child protection. But it came more to the forefront of mental health when I saw my own children when they were born. They were preemies when they were born, and there was no groups available for parents. And I didn't know the stuff that I was going through until a lot of years later that I had postpartum. And not only that, my youngest child, who is now 12, she was diagnosed with mild cerebral palsy at the age of 18 months.
Wow.
And the dynamics of that, the socialization of that, and she's gone through extreme bullying that has caused her to have post-traumatic stress and anxiety.
So you've really had a lot of experience, a lot of touch points with mental health.
Yes.
And so you are perfectly positioned to be doing the work that you're doing. And I know you're doing great stuff. Yeah. Your own personal struggle in terms of business, you became an entrepreneur.
Yes, I
when
did.
you opened up your own practice. And that's no small task. I mean, that's a leap from the security of working for somebody else and getting that steady paycheck. So what's been your biggest professional struggle? Has it been that?
That's a big part of it. I think the big part of it is when I left CAS, I went into a completely different realm of career. I ended up going into network marketing and then got some niche out of that, got some, gusto of understanding that I can be a
some
public.
courage.
Courage to talk in public on the phone. So that's what I took away from being an entrepreneur at first for a healthing lifestyle company. What the biggest struggle right now that I'm going through in business is the understanding of leaving the dynamics of having a stable income and then learning that mental health isn't always stable, right? So in regards to monetary value, you'll see when it's nice outside, people see that and feel great. So there is ups and flows in mental health therapy. So we know, it's same thing with CAS. We knew when there was not a lot of calls coming in. Not a lot.
When it was sunny out?
Yeah, when it was sunny out. But when September rolls around, it started to wave up.
Or after the holidays?
Yes.
January must be another peak season?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so predictable in that matter. What about some personal struggles that you've experienced yourself?
Well, the biggest personal struggle has been this past 12 months, and it was with my oldest daughter. I always believe you have to be the same person, personally, publicly, and professionally.
Yes.
Especially with mental health.
Yes.
And I voice things without getting into details. We could share our story with the public without giving details or re-traumatizing somebody else or providing triggers.
Yeah.
So my oldest was diagnosed with mood disorder this year, but prior to that, understanding her, she's had anxiety all her life. And we were trying to understand that, was she just a shy girl in the beginning?
Yeah.
And that's what we had thought. Then it turned into anxiety, that turned into social anxiety, that turned into self-harming. And it scared me.
Yeah,
I'm a mom.
that's
right?
that's one thing to be a practitioner
Yes.
and helping others, but when it's happening at home every day,
Yes.
right? You
Yeah.
can't shut that off.
No.
What have you learned from this recent struggle? What are some of the things that you're taking away from it and moving forward with?
Well, I've always learned that we're not perfect humans. And even with the mental health professional, being in the mental health field and industry, it's okay to show vulnerability.
Yeah.
I needed help.
Vulnerability is power,
Yeah.
folks. Yeah, and you show that all the time. I love your social media posts.
Thank you.
It's so real, and you're so open, and we need more of that content out there. So you're part of you're a leader in a big movement. What's next for you?
Well, I've in the recent months, I actually went on a national platform.
Wow.
So Silk and Lawman, our Canadian four-time Olympian, had approached me in November 2018 saying, "We love how you're so inspiring. Wondering if you could be as a mental health expert on our platform." It launched April 3rd, and just kind of recognizing that there is a huge wave in mental health industry and sharing our story.
Yeah.
So kind of building on that. And I think, what a lot of people have asked me, like, how are people finding you? And it's actually word of mouth. It's not by advertisement. It's a lot of word of mouth and people feeling the authenticity
Yes.
of my words.
100%. 100%. There's so much power in that. It's keeping it real, right, Parul? It's about keeping it real. You and I have had several conversations about that. Now, we'll lighten it up a little bit and have some fun with some rapid fire questions, okay? Who's your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero is Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. I love that. That's been a popular one with us gals. Favorite food indulgence?
Chicken wings.
What flavor?
Honey garlic or suicide. Chicken wings. How's that for mental health? But I'll give you a quick synopsis. Father and Sons, I don't even know if they still exist in Ottawa and King Edward. They had amazing, it was called actually Suicide Chicken Wings.
Someone that you admire?
I admire my dad.
Yeah, why?
Yeah. Well, he shows the existence of, you can share your story, you could be a different person, you could be from a different nationality, but you bring something uniqueness into the group, into the conversation. Therefore, you are equal to my part. And he's always done that. His humanitarian has been amazing. He is an Order of Ontario recipient in the 80s, and he just shows equality and calm. He's always says to me, keep on trucking, Parul, keep on trucking. Right? So yes,
I love that. That's a wise advice. Something that not too many people know about you?
I used to be a baton twirler.
A baton twirler. Wow.
Majorette.
Oh wow, that's not well. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that. How about a favorite movie or book?
Favorite movie has always been, different dynamics. If it was rom-com, it's something borrowed.
What about a book?
A book. I haven't, I've read a few books, but what really resonated with me is the recent Michelle Obama.
Oh yes, Becoming.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. You have a favorite quote? You've created several of them online.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite?
Well, one of them I often do is, let's lend a hand, a listening ear, and a compassionate heart.
What's your definition of success in one sentence?
I don't believe in success. I think success is a word of genre, right? I think you have to live in your present moment. And if you can actually help one person in that mental health industry, I did my job.
Yeah. Amen. What's something that always makes you smile, Pearl?
My dogs.
Yay,
My
dogs.
children.
Yeah, your babies.
Yeah,
Your
they
furry
are
one,
my
your furry
babies.
ones, and
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
and your human ones. You know, if you want to learn more about the work that Parul's doing, she's really a leader in this mental health movement and a strong voice on social media. Check her out, embracingempowerment.com. She's also on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. As I said before, she's one of my favorite posters. I repost a lot of her stuff, so if you don't catch it on her, you'll catch it on my platforms. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
For being
Susan.
brave. Thank you for being part of this movement.
Thank you.